How we doing? How we doing, y'all? How we doing? How we doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're doing good. What's going on? Did Tommy here? I don't know about that. I don't know if I have a video on that one there or not. But anyway, I wanted to get some of these little things, figure out what went down yesterday. I sort of bookmarked a few things here. But anyway, that's a good question. Is anybody streaming? No, nobody's streaming from there except for me right here. Okay. This first one, how you doing? Nice to see everybody in the chat here. Should I put a goal in the thing or whatever? That sounded like a grifting thing, but I just like to fill these kind of slots up here and things like that. So I'm going to pretend like I'm grifting, even though I'm not grifting. It's a pretend grift, okay? Put in this for 1 hour. What should be the way to celebrate if you guys hit this goal? That's not a good one. Here, sound like a decent grift anyway. $10. So we'll keep going in the next hour if it matters. But anyway, see if anybody pops in here. I went to some events. We might watch some of my playback of the protests I went to locally. But anyway, let's check and see what's going on in the world here. Let me double check and see if there's anybody watching. Oh, there are a few people watching there. First thing we always do is, check and see how many humans are in the chat here. I know it's corny, but it's my silly thing, okay? I can be corny once in a while. But a 1 if you're a human in the chat, but a 2 if you're not sure if you're a human in the chat, but 3 if you're definitely not a human in the chat. Okay, and if you're not human, feel free to say what you are. All right, ready? What's going on? Yeah, I'm in Burger King. I was like running out of ideas on that. Alley Cat is like trying to hurry up, get everything ready or whatever. Like, what other kings do I know? Oh yeah, Burger King. Whatever. Anyway, let's see some of the stuff from yesterday here. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. And if you're hitting the like button or whatever, that's on you. I'm not asking you to hit the like button or the subscribe button. So don't feel pressured to simply be nice. I don't want to. If you guys feel pressured to press a button, no pressure at all. It's just some people are nice like that. Some people aren't. No pressure. Allie's human. Okay, good. I'm glad Allie's human. She's the only human in the chat. Okay, she's surrounded by 3.5. Yellow submarine. Okay, yellow submarine in the chat. Okay. Jay, I might call you a boomer. Not that. You can guess why somebody might call somebody who brought up a yellow submarine a boomer. Has nothing to do with the Beatles or anything like that. Nothing to do with the group The Beatles. I have no idea what you're talking about there. Since I'm Gen X, I know nothing about the Beatles. Okay. Anyway, I'm talking too much. You guys want to get into this stuff here, don't you? This is Dave Medina. He was out there doing the protest in Portland or whatever. There was kind of an anti-protest type thing or whatever against the No Kings thing that Patriot types went to. Let's see what they had a little conversation here. Should I make it bigger?
Why do you hate Trump so much?
I haven't liked him since 1986, and it's personal. I know what your guys' agenda is, and you can just keep moving. Okay.
I'm guessing, just a guess here, that this guy and Trump went out to dinner or something like that, and Trump bought him a whole bunch of Burger King Whoppers. This guy ate all the Whoppers or something like that, and then Trump made him pay for the Whoppers that he hates. That's why he's mad. That's why this guy's mad at Trump here. You think that might be the case? Why he's mad? And then he kind of got a little bit too large. I'm large too, but I'm not that large. Not that I'm fat shaming. We don't fat shame on this channel. That's not a good thing.
I've had these discussions with you guys before. You say you're independent journalist or whatever the fuck, and then you nitpick what I say. So please move on.
Have I not been fair to you? Okay.
No, you have.
I'll respect that.
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
They're with me. They're with me.
Okay.
They're just my camera guys. They're with me.
No,
it's just
fine.
me and
That's
you,
fine.
brother. It's just me and you. That's it.
But we're done.
Okay.
All
All right, man. Hey, take care of yourself. Okay.
And I want to tell you one thing. Okay, Charlie Kirk, I didn't agree with that. Not all of the left, were willing to, are out there making fun of that horrible situation. I didn't like the guy. I didn't like what he, a lot of stuff that he stood for. But to take that kind of action and take him away from his wife and his kids, that's fucked up.
I know that you're an atheist, but I mean, I would love it if you came to church with me sometime. Just chill.
What if Charlie Kirk was single and still had all the same ideas and everything? What if he was single? All this stuff, feel sorry about his wife and kids, but what if he was single and didn't have, any friends outside of work? Would you still feel bad then? Is it you're only feeling bad because he had a family? I hear a lot of that from the lefties or whatever. I'm like, okay, what if he was single and had his opinions and no family to speak of?
I was raised a Christian.
Yeah.
My parents were Christian. My grandmother, who I was very close to, she came down with cancer. We moved her into my house, or into our house, and for 9 months during the age of, I was 15 at the time, my brother was 13, and we prayed, and we prayed, and we prayed. Please save our Nana. So we prayed, and we prayed, and we prayed, Yeah. And she just got worse. And then it would be the nights where my parents were, with her in the bathroom at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And she's throwing.
You guys ever going to cam down when I get little chips and salsa I'm eating? I don't want you guys to watch me eat the salsa and stuff like that. That's why I'm going off camera. Not that you care or anything like that.
Up because of the chemo, it broke me. It broke my brother.
I bet.
And then when I started questioning, when I started questioning my prayers and I started questioning the church, I got shunned. Family pushed me away just because I was asking questions.
What's your name?
My name's Spider Mike.
Spider Mike.
Spider Mike.
Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
You being shunned for asking those questions is not what Jesus would have done.
Oh, I know.
And I'm sorry that happened to you. That's nonsense. Honestly, if I were in your position, bro, I'd probably be an atheist too. To be honest, dude, I'm being honest.
It was tough being shunned by the church, which I was very close to. And still, I just wanted some answers.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of bad people, bad Christians ruin it for me too. There was a time I questioned my faith. Please don't let it be something that takes you away from actually at least believing in God, because it's between you and God. It's not between those people that ruined it for you, right? And so I really encourage you, man. I mean, you seem like a really good dude. It just sucks that bad Christians ruined it for you, because that's not how it's supposed to. That's not what Jesus would have done. Jesus would have been like, come here. He would have hugged you, and he would have comforted you, and he would have said, hey, these are the answers to your questions. They wouldn't have shunned you. He wouldn't have shunned you out of the church, man. So, anyways, get down my number. I want to talk without cameras.
I'm sorry. What was
David.
I'm sorry.
David. Yeah.
I got bad hearing, right?
Yeah, David.
Construction. Construction hearing.
There's a cool little chats that are kind of nice to see or whatever, Somebody has a shirt on that says Trump leads a cult or something like that. David goes out there like, why do you hate him so bad? And I have that little sort of simple dialogue at that time there. That's very cool. I know I probably should go on camera when I'm talking like that. But anyway, that's David Medina. Check him out on Twitter, and he does a podcast thing here up there also. If you need a link, let me know. Probably seen a lot of his stuff. He's also been to the ice building a few times too. Jorge Ventura, I think he was in Portland here the other day too. I missed this, but so he talked to a few guys that believe Mexicans built this country. Some of them might have helped build some of the Southwest or something like that, but mainly those would have been the Spaniards, not the Mexicans. But let's see what else we got. This conversation here with.
What brings both of you out here today? Because we believe in the freedom of the nation. That's why.
I believe that Mexicans built this country. Originally, if you look at our history, our borders were totally different. We crossed them. They did not cross us. We need Mexicans in this country, and we need freedom of immigration and speech in this country.
$15 million. If you know your history between Mexico and the United States, there were $15 million should come to ring a bell for this guy here. $15 million was the purchase price Mexico accepted for a lot of California, Arizona, New Mexico, big parts of Nevada too. Large purchase right in there for $15 million. They needed the money to help fight their war with France or Spain or something like that. So we bought that part of land from them. From Mexico after Mexico beat Spain or whatever. And we also, for a similar amount of money, if I recall, bought Louisiana Purchase from France. France claimed that as their territory, even though they're clear across the ocean. But anyway, no more history lessons.
Which Donald Trump is trying to take away from us as we speak right now.
So you believe right now the Trump administration is overstepping when it comes to immigration enforcement?
I believe that Donald Trump is overstepping when it comes to immigration enforcement. I've seen that ICE agents are pushing civilians, citizens, non-citizens to the ground, beating them up, abusing them, putting them in basically concentration camps, Alligator Alcatraz. If you compare that to the Holocaust and to the old concentration camps that they had, they're looking pretty similar, and we can't tolerate that in this country. Never again means never again for nobody. That's final.
I see you guys have this sign, Rednecks Against Fascism. Fascists. Just kind of explain that to me.
Oh, I just feel like Trump is trying to hurt the people who live in the country. I feel like he's not doing any good for anybody.
It's okay. What about that makes him a fascist?
You saw what he just did with the big beautiful bill. He just took away health care for so many Americans. Poor Americans who voted for him, by the way, and who did support him. He doesn't care about anybody. So that's why.
He cares about the people that want to work for the country and to earn some money for the country and everything. If you're unable to make money and you're disabled and things like that, and you need some money, oh well, good. But if you're an able-bodied male, yeah, guess what? You should get to work, right?
We're out here. Yeah. It's Rednecks Against Fascists. It's everyone against fascists. It's America against fascists. And we appreciate you guys for your time today. And
yeah, just like in some cases, yeah, you cross certain lines. Guess what happens if Trump did something unconstitutional in an executive order? There's these things they call challenges and everything that the Democrats love to challenge about everything he does. And guess where that usually ends up? The Supreme Court. What's the third branch of the government? The Supreme Court. The court system. Anyway, nice to see you, Wildlife. You have a 90-day return policy? Really? We were talking about hamburgers. I'm hoping you don't return your hamburgers after 90 days. That'd be kind of gross. Sorry, bad jokes. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's watch me eat here.
What brings both of you out here?
Hopefully this doesn't get too crazy on this one here. 50 minutes of craziness last night here. Got a little rainy last night too at times too. See how crowded it was there? Tons of people out there. Palestinian flag. I see a Mexican flag. I actually do see an American flag over there on the normal Antifa side. That's interesting. The other day, earlier in the day, I saw a peace flag. It was like an American flag, but in the blue area had a peace sign. I love how some of the feds are standing there. They'll take it and everything, and then once the pink bunny rabbit, whatever that was, if that bunny rabbit touches the officer at that point, they're like, fair game. You touched me. You can point your finger all you want at me and yell at me. You touch me. Assault charges. You see why they're doing that, right? It's making sure that these guys can get back in safely without sort of being pushed or anything like that, because right now they don't really want to carry anybody in the rain or whatever. So that's why they're like, oh, let's shoot it on behind us so that it sort of make sure they don't get followed into the. In a lot of cases, yeah. In the rural areas, they were doing that, and I'm kind of curious. In certain bigger cities, did they have permits, or did the police just let them do things without a permit to go on the road at those points there? But in the smaller areas, yeah, it was a peaceful protest, but wasn't some of the rhetoric on their signs was not very peaceful. I'm not saying it's illegal, but some of the stuff I saw, 86, and you know what the next numbers were, 47. That's not exactly peaceful rhetoric. But I didn't mean 86 that way. I meant it the other way. Oh. This is Haley there. She's been out there for a little while too here. This is probably it's got a lot of attention anyway on this. Let's see what she said here.
So they just released CS gas, multiple rounds on the entirety of the block. I literally ran out, barely able to see or breathe, and I mean, right now I'm seeing multiple people running, like the entirety of the ICE block, and probably 3 blocks down. It's just unable to breathe or see. So yeah, absolutely wild. We're gonna be seeing people running. Oh god, just got a whiff. Like you can't even walk in that area. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if the multitude of people congregate there again. But yeah, I barely made it out. I met a random guy when we were just running blindly, and I just said, just close your eyes and try to keep moving, and we made it back to the hotel. So if that doesn't do it, I don't know what will.
Well said, well said. Maybe that'll teach him for a little while, huh? Maybe so, maybe so. I'll watch that one. Back to this one here. You guys having a good day out there? Sorry if I'm being boring or anything like that. And I know you guys want me to grift and all that grifting stuff that everybody else does out there. I'm not going to grift. I'm not going to do it. You guys, if you want to, you know where the buttons are, okay? There's these buttons you see out there. Sorry about that. There's a like button over here. There's a subscribe button over here. There's a goal thing over there somewhere. There's a super chat button down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can hit the buttons or not. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're big people. You know what to do with the buttons. Just don't push my button. Ha ha ha. Back into this. Let's do that one there. I saw that one. Ohio. Where's an empty shirt? This one. What does this guy have to say here? It's only 41 seconds here to see if the Ohio people are doing here.
I can't say I have all the answers. I can't say the ACLU of Ohio has all the answers right now. But what I can tell you is we are here in the fight with you every step of the way. Civil liberties, constitutional rights do not protect themselves. You are the people that protect that stuff. And so today is just another step. It's not the beginning. It's not the end. If it's necessary, we'll all be right back here again. But I love you all for coming out here today. Let's go get them. I can't say I have all the answers.
Let's go get them. If Trump said that, what would they say? If Trump said, let's go get them, you would either think that's political violence talk or that's a lawfare type talk or something like that. Like, you're going after your political enemies. But the ACLU evidently can say that type of stuff. But, well, to each their own, right? Yeah. The state police, the state police in Oregon is a lot better than the Portland and Multnomah County police. I thought this was kind of interesting. You know, Canada is real liberal, and they probably also had a No Kings protest, even though we're not their country, obviously. But this guy, Mark Carney, pledged in order for him to be sworn in, he has to pledge allegiance to the King of England, right? Charles in this case here. Isn't that interesting? They say no kings, but technically, ceremonially and technically, the king can order Canada to do what he wants it to do. Rarely it would ever happen, but that is possible from what I understand. Hear it.
His heirs and successors. I, Mark Carney, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III.
Allegiance to a king.
King of Canada, his heirs and successors.
King of what country? King of Canada. Okay, so Canada has a king.
Successors. I, Mark Carney, do swear that I will be faithful and...
Oops. Yeah. You guys, give me your thoughts on Adam Schiff here. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Adam Schiff here for you. I don't know what he's got to say, but I just figured let's see hear what the other side says. You know, peaceful protest, right?
Looks like. It looks like all of No King's Day, watching all these thousands and thousands of people marching, protesting, speaking out, saying we will have no kings, fighting for our democracy. And as I was just saying with my colleague Cory Booker, this is what democracy looks like. It looks like all of you. It looks like millions of people around the country coming together, speaking out, saying we are going to defend our way of life, our democracy. We will never allow a dictator in this country. So thank you, America, for showing up in such big numbers today and speaking out. As one of the signs here today said, silence is compliance, and I would say silence is complicity. We have to all speak out. We have to defend this incredible legacy we've been given by our parents and grandparents. So thank you for coming out here today. Thank you, all over America, for speaking out. So I'm here.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you, Adam Schiff. But let me give you a little heads up. Democracy looks like when you go to the voting booth and you vote, and the person who gets the most votes or the most electoral votes wins a presidential election. And so on November 20th of last year, more people voted for a guy in the states and everything, electoral college and all this other stuff. And overwhelmingly, in a Republican sense anyway, and that's what democracy looks like, okay? Out here, it looks like a bunch of people whining that they lost is what it looks like to me. Like, we lost. We don't like Orange Man. That's what this looks like here. I can't come up with a short name for it besides this is what, I don't want to say losers, but crybabies look like. I don't know. Adult crybabies. You guys come up with a better name than I can, I think. This is, I think, is this Canada also? Yeah, you guys talking more about Canada, Alley Cat. This Kareem rules. I kind of like this channel here, but there's some good video here. Got an Antifa type flag guy here wearing a kafifa here. Let's see what they have to say here.
Without working day in his life, he was a drummer. He was the epitome of a loser. And you hold him up as your hero. How sick you little star is that? See, my hero is not my hero. Being called a hero is beneath him, is my Lord and Savior.
Usually if you're anti-fascist, you know, you would think you'd have something to say about fascism or something like that. You wouldn't just be quiet and cover your face. You know, you'd sort of have some sort of an opinion about what's going on, you know, you'd be vocal about it, but evidently that particular anti-fascist had no opinion.
Jesus Christ, the very one who bled and died for my sin. And then he buried, and he rose again from the grave of the...
Her sign says, boycott USA stuff. Boycott USA stuff. Okay, we won't send anything to you, no problem. You guys doing good in the chat there? I'm trying to watch everyone. Hey, your guys in the house. What's going on? Nice to see you. Canada haters. We don't hate Canada. We like Canadian bacon. And there was some other good stuff from Canada. Do they have any good? Not that I drink alcohol, but they probably have some good alcohol type stuff coming from the frozen north there. There's probably any of those other good stuff there. That's what we shall see there. ACB, nice to see you. Real Lot Life in the house. Thank you guys for watching and hanging here. I keep thinking I can put music on in the background to keep you guys entertained, but the music might be too loud to drown out the video, but let me know if it's too loud. Real What Life, what's going on? You doing good? One Antifa, yeah. Well, they're all. It depends on what definition you're going by. If you're going by their definition, most of them at these kind of things are Antifa. If you go by anti-fascist, because a majority of them assume that the Trump administration is fascist, and they're out there literally against it. With these protests, so they're all Antifa in that respect. If you go by my definition, or most common sense people's definition, Antifa are the ones that stand around and attack federal agents that are simply doing their job, or police that are simply doing their job because they're against authority, or they're attacking members of the press because they don't like to be filmed, or the people that are kind of stand around and watch and cheer on that kind of behavior would be the Antifa type people. The ones that sort of see that behavior kind of walk away, but still are, anti-Trump, or liberals, progressives, in my opinion. There's a dance party of sharks, evidently. Dance party of sharks at this one here. Not very good dancers, though. What else we got going on here? Sorry, I'm almost done eating. If you guys want to see me on camera here, but as like Laura Loomer, some people think she's a little bit too wild or whatever in some of her takes or whatever. But saw this video, thought it might be an interesting thing to see. At the No Kings protest day in Washington D.C., Loomer unleashed Charles Downs filmed a massive Palestinian flag being held high above a small crowd of people from the Democrat Socialists. Here, let's see what they had to say here.
Good morning, Democrat Socialists of America. Yo, I have a quick question. Why are you guys so mad about Trump and Palestine if you ended the war? I see you guys have the Palestine flag and... So then why are you protesting Trump today if you happy about it?
I mean, the fact that he's taking healthcare away from millions of people, the fact that he's deporting a lot of our brothers and sisters from across the planet.
I don't know. I just know you guys really wanted to free Palestine, so the war ended. So I was like, oh wow, I don't know why you guys are here. Well,
I mean, listen, if this ceasefire actually holds, I'll burn this flag.
Really?
If the ceasefire holds, yeah.
About those
mothers
who put their own baby in front of aid trucks so that they couldn't get into Gaza.
Yeah. These people are freaks.
Yeah.
Stop killing Palestinians.
Are you part of the John Brown Club or whatever too?
Am I?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, nice talking with y'all.
Laura Loomer correspondent here, but let's get rid of that one there. You guys do behave yourselves in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're behaving yourselves. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not behaving yourselves. I don't care either way. Just kind of curious if you guys think you're behaving yourselves today. Let's see, this person here looks like is this counter protest type thing here? Looks like. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, Alex Stein, okay. That's like the main word I noticed here. Yeah, Bacon Toast, he never behaves himself. Orange is sort of half and half. You can't behave yourself. Half the time you behave yourself, or half you don't behave yourself. I got you. As you move to Palestine, yeah, that could be the case there. You notice they use that same word or whatever when they're at the ICE facility in Portland or when they're out there. They found a certain word they can all agree on. So the word is shame. Shame. You're wearing a red hat. Shame. Trying to think. Did the right ever shame Biden voters? Maybe a little bit. I don't think we would sort of yell and scream the word shame at them. We might say, it is a shame that you did not do your research before you made the decision to vote for Biden. Something like that. Does that make sense? Pharmacat's in the house. How we doing, Pharmacat? Nice to see you. Nice to see you there. If Pharmacat should get a wrench. I think your the other cat you have has a wrench. Anyway, not that I need one here. I do have some troublemakers, but they're not crazy troublemakers. So let's see what Alex Stein is up to here. What did he? Maybe he did something before this, but he's just a troll. He's a decent debater too, but he's just out there to troll people, and they allow him to troll. He's not going to get an audience. If they don't act like this, if they sort of have a discussion with him, he's not going to get his audience. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't mind. Where I lean right. Trump is good on most things, and that's all cool there. But it's the people that don't allow another side to kind of even go anywhere, and kind of be attacked if he wears a hat they disagree with, and they go after him, Me and the real life, there might disagree on certain things or behaviors of right and left, but he's got the right to say whatever he wants in my chat, TOS and all that. But don't break TOS, of course. But anyway, hope you're doing good, Pharmacat. Thank you for hanging out there. Hopefully everybody else is doing good. Surprised you guys are hanging out here on a Sunday. Is it nice where you guys are at? Another poll I would put in the chat would be, what's the temperature where you guys are at right now? Make sure I'm on camera here, otherwise it looks kind of boring for you. Is it 40 to 60? Put a 1 in the chat. Is it 60 to 70? Put a 2 in the chat. If it's over 70, put a 3 in the chat. It's cold, it's really cold, put a 1 in the chat. If it's not so cold, put a 2 in the chat. If it's warm enough for you, put a 3 in the chat. Silly, boring question. What is up with you, man? What is up with you? One today. Ooh, really, Orange? Orange Man. Orange Man good. I like that guy's name. Orange Man good. That's a cool name. I like that. That's got potential. Nice day today, but was the 3 yesterday was good. Same thing over here. I'm not sure if you're in the Northwest or not, but yeah, it was beautiful yesterday. Great fall day. Today was yesterday. I even tried. It stopped raining out there, but it's still kind of windy. My drone, I have a decent drone, I can handle wind, but it kept saying, it's too windy up here. But anyway, you're welcome. You're welcome. I gotta quit boring you guys to death, okay? Because dead viewers are not good viewers, so quit dying of boredom, okay? What does this genius have to say, you think, here? Don Luker. This liberal just exposed his entire party on accident, as he admits he likes Donald Trump, but doesn't know why he continues to antagonize him, because that's what everyone else around him is doing. Yeah, yes. If you guys agree with this perspective here, 10 seconds.
Why is that? I don't know. We don't like Trump's a bitch.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. We don't like him. That's the word around here.
Any particular reason why you don't like him?
No clue at all. I'm just going with everybody else saying Trump's a bitch.
You think that could be a parody or something like that, or you think that's just teenage talk or whatever?
The reason why you don't like him?
No clue at all. I'm just going with it.
Going with what everybody else says. It could be kind of a parody. Go back here. Bookmarks. This guy here. This is not Rob Noor. If you guys are Rob Noor fans, this is not Rob Noor here. It sort of looks like it, but it's not Rob Noor. And I better not get a raid from Rob Noor right now. He's probably not going on there, but Normal America, check him out over there. But this will be bad if he raids me right now.
Protest in Orlando, and you are wearing a Antifa t-shirt. And what do you think about having Donald J. Trump declaring the Antifa as a terrorist organization?
I think he's scared of us. I think he's scared that we're trying to stop the fascism that he's trying to do in America.
Fascism he's trying to do in America. What level of education do you think this guy has, or how many books do you think he's read about fascism and things like that? I don't know if he's read that many. I'm just going to make sure that he said he was about to have dinner, so he's probably done. I just want to make sure I don't have a guy that looks like him on my screen right now. He probably rated somebody else. It's okay. We probably rated Spyro. Spyro's a good guy too. He looks like he rated Spyro. That's good. No problem there. Okay, not gonna get my raid. I don't want the wrath of Rob over here. Okay, back to it.
We're putting troops in our cities, firing the public education, getting rid of dumbing the people down. People accept it then.
Yeah, that's interesting there. Low wattage. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys argue peacefully in the chat. What were you saying? Nobody's scared of the alt-left Democrats. Alt-left. If you're talking about the crazy left or whatever, the potentially politically violent left, I'll say that for YouTube's sake. Antifa fly. But you're scared of them when they're in bunches and you're surrounded by them, because if you're driving a red Ford truck out in the middle of Portland or Salem and they're doing one of their things in 2020, then you might get scared of them. Or if you're driving by the ICE facility and you're at a red, white, and blue kind of car and you're out there at 9 o'clock at night, you might get a little scared if you don't have any kind of patriots or police around. Other than that, there's not much reason to be scared of them.
That's what they did in Germany in 1932 through 1939. They celebrated coming out. Yeah,
I wouldn't sort of hit the gas if they were in front of me or anything like that. I'd honk like crazy. Depends on how many. If there's only 3 or 4 or whatever, I'd step out and try to get them out of the way or something like that. But it's situational awareness. Tam Tam in the house. What's going on, Tam Tam?
Specific races, and they slowly amped it up, right? They went from, the Jews are not so bad, let's put them over here, we relocate them. So they're doing the same with the immigrant workers and stuff like that. We need them.
Who's the ones that are saying immigrant workers be over here, be over there? Is that the right or is that the left that continually say we need people to work our fields because Americans won't do it? Is that the right that says stuff like that, or is that the left? It used to be, I'll admit, some people on the right, the big ag or whatever type people, but now it's like, no, the left is saying they need a certain segment of the population to do the jobs that they think Americans won't do. So they want to segregate those people, We want to take people who aren't legally here and send them back to where they're from. You see the difference? This guy doesn't see the difference.
We require them in the United States to do a lot of good for us. And I see that's the direction that we're going. And he could say we're terrorists.
They sure give you a lot of tomatoes, that's for sure.
all he wants, but it doesn't matter. We're trying to prevent fascism, not bring it on.
So when you see sometimes the report.
Oh, Alley Cat. Oh, were you looking at the goal or something like that? Did I read? Oh, you're not that goal thing is not what you're talking about. I'm not too serious about that, but let me check and see. It still says 0 out of 5. You know, if you guys wanted to sort of keep me here longer, you know, I'll probably be here until I get done with all these anyway. But if you want to make it official or something like that, where I officially have to stay here longer, then you'll sort of give me $10 or 5 of those $2 super chat things, you know, where they're at the bottom of the chat there. But I'm not sort of saying you have to. That a grifter would say you have to do that in order for me to stay here. I'm a grifter, and that's what I do. No, I'm not the grifter. Okay, remember, I am a non-grifter. I'm part educator, part person you might feel a little bit sorry for, or something like that. You don't have to feel sorry for me, but some people feel sorry about people's emotional status or something like that. You can feel sorry about my emotional status, or help me educate you about where buttons are. Okay, I probably do this too much, but the like button I believe is down here. Dislike button is a little further. Subscribe button over there. A goal or whatever, as you saw at the top of the chat thing over there. There's also a poll over there too. I'm curious how that poll's doing. And then a super chat button at the bottom of your chat. Okay, no more non-grifting.
On the more conservative media outlets, and they want to frame you very violent with attacks in Portland or San Francisco and all.
Look at the guy in the. Oops, let me over here. Look at the guy in the background. Look at the flag.
Those more liberal cities. What is your opinion about that?
They're making it all up. The math and the statistics is out there. 80% of the political violence comes from those on the right. As you can see, there's over 2,000 people here today, and not one person is violent. Right? It's never the Democrats. It's always Republicans, and they try to frame the Democrats, the left wing, as the dangerous side. But everybody saw what happened on January 6th. There was not a single Democrat in that crowd. That was them. They're the violence.
And if you could send a message to your American people, what would that be?
I wish I knew what city this was, you know. If this is Chicago, it's not Portland, I can tell by the architecture. There's some wild lefty city or something like that where it's peaceful during the day and things, Philadelphia type stuff, you know. It's crazy at night, you know, when there's kind of an activity or whatever. Yes, you're peaceful during the day when the cops are out there. Of course you're peaceful. But the thing is that people like you do not call out Black Bloc, who uses your daily activities to latch onto so they can do some nightly activities. And it's like, no, that wasn't us. We stopped our event at 5 o'clock. That was somebody else that did that. We don't know who it was, but it wasn't part of our group, you know. I don't have a very good, funny accent, but I try.
Guys, stand up and fight. Come out here. We have protests every month here in Orlando.
Oh, come out there and fight. Trump can't say it, but they can say it.
Join an organization, join a group, join Antifa. We're always accepting new members.
Okay. Yeah, let's see him Black Blocked. Jared Speaks in the house. What's going on, Jared? Nice to see you there. What have you been up to? I know I brought it up that, you know, I could go into saying what they said about plainclothes FBI were there. They could show videos of Antifa kind of changing clothes right next to a tree outside of the Capitol area there into MAGA type clothes. I could show other videos there. I could point out the fact that the commission, you know, Cheney Commission deleted and locked out thousands of hours of other videos. But, you know, just simple stuff like that that the left doesn't look into. Anyway, let's see if there's any other cool information here. I guess they're so cool to be hanging out there. But if you wanted to be, and I'm not grifting here, not grifting, but just so I want you guys to feel special too. So if you guys want to feel special, you could be the first one to do a super chat. I don't know who the first one that was to like the page, But if you wanted to be the first one to do a super chat, I don't know if you guys are sending cash apps or something like that, you can or whatever, but you don't have to. I'm not looking at the cash app thing or whatever, but if you did, you shout yourself out. But anyway, if you want to be the first one to do it, one of these super chat things they call them or something like that, you could do that. Even a super sticker. Only if you want to be special and be like the first one or whatever. Make yourself feel special. Okay, that's enough of it. No grifting. Quit grifting, Mr. Bill. Laura Loomer here. What is this guy your favorite Congress lady?
Hello, Congresswoman. Will you Democrats apologize for shutting down a government to throw a pro-Hamas, pro-Antifa, anti-Trump protest on Capitol Hill? You don't want to apologize, Congresswoman? Thank you.
It's all. She thinks she's funny or something like that, but I mean, dressing that way and acting like that as a congressperson, or being her husband friend there, that's just very interesting. Let's see what else went on at No King's Day here, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. This is Haley. She's a good follow there. She goes out to those protests. She doesn't live stream. She might have live streamed a little bit yesterday, but tries to get both sides of the story about what's going on in Portland there. So let's see what she has got to say about this humble boy there. It's also been out there, I've noticed too.
So what brings you here? A political de-escalation group, so we're just making sure everybody's able to make their freedom of speech heard.
Awesome.
Without fear of violence.
And is kind of being up here in front, like trying to de-escalate with this group of people here?
Yeah, and again, like de-escalate with them versus just de-escalate the situation, right? Again,
yeah.
They have just...
I was wondering what humble boys. I think you're trying to pick up on the Proud Boys idea, but sort of being the humble boys, you know. But at least I know what they are. A political organization that's there to help de-escalate. I see he does have a yellow vest on there, but they always have these shirts on there at around the ICE building and everything to make sure things don't go crazy or something like that. Interesting. What was this guy saying here? It's free speech enjoyer here. You guys, I guess you're just talking to the chat. I thought you guys had something special to say, but it sounds like you're doing good. 33 likes. Thank you, Scott, for the heads up there. I was wondering about that. Not that I'm doing anything besides checking math here, but I've got 29 people viewing and 33 likes. So let's make sure those numbers are as close to possible to each other as possible there. Okay, so if you see the numbers go up, keep the likes going up. I don't mind if the likes are more than the viewers, but I'd at least keep it close.
as much of a right to make their voice heard as the people back there. So, and yeah, just trying to set the tone low at the start of it. So.
Is Portland, like, are there any issues that come to the forefront for you that have stood out and why you're part of this protest?
Frank, so I've lived here my whole life.
Okay, you're local.
I'm not grifting when I hit show the 34 likes. I just informational purposes, guys. If Scott or Jared puts that number in there and I happen to click it if it changes or something like that, that's just to help you guys. Because sometimes you guys don't look at the down below the screen where it says the number of likes or it doesn't refresh for you. Those guys might refresh it for me and we'll find out if there's more likes there. It's a little button there right below the screen there that has a thumbs up on it. Not the thumbs down, the thumbs up. Okay. I grift way too I non-grift way too much.
Yeah, and I would say that it was frankly a lot of the protests that happened like in the 2020 era or in the past, you know, and I want to make sure that our city got a fair shake this time.
Yeah.
I got both sides of the narrative in 2020 and I came out for myself to decide, and it was neither the right-wing narrative or the left-wing narrative. So
really, so you're kind of just in the center, and what to you is the biggest issue for, I don't know how old you are, but for our generation, the younger generation, who, you know, this earth, this country is going to be ours.
Well, I would say our biggest issue is division. There is no prosperous America without both sides of America.
Absolutely.
So the young generations need to come together and find a way to start talking. So
100%.
people stop talking, they start fighting. So
yeah, and the divisiveness is so prevalent. I mean, it's heartbreaking because, you know, like I don't know if it's like the older generations, but they, you know, I feel like we used to see political debates where they would discuss things and they throw jabs here and there, but now I feel like we can't even have discourse without people getting their emotions involved or even worse, violence occurring.
And for everybody listening, again, I would say this goes for the critics of America, both right and left. There are worse, more totalitarian regimes out there in America. It's not a war zone here.
No.
Yeah, you noticed that. It's like, I don't think he meant to quote Charlie Kirk or whatever, but just kind of, it is kind of a standard thing that people should know. You know, he said that at Oregon State University too. But it's like, yeah, you stop talking, and what's going to happen? Like, you're either going to segregate completely, or other things happen. You know.
It's not a dictatorship either, and we're going to try to keep it that way.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
That was a good little interview there. Channels Haley's there. If you guys want to link her.
So, what brings you up?
Anyway,
We're in a political de-escalation group.
Hoops
We're just making sure everybody's able to make their freedom of speech.
Hoops with H is the name of that channel if you want the link. Hoops with H on Twitter. What else we got going on over here? I mean, therefore I am. Unbelievable. Leftist taking part in Dallas No King protests admitted to voting strictly Democratic in local elections. Yet they don't know a single city council member and can't even name the mayor.
Did you guys vote in local elections too?
Oh yeah.
Your city council, who's your top rep on city council?
Whatever the D says, I vote for.
Okay, so you don't really look at anything else other than the D next to. Okay, gotcha.
The Republican Party has become just such a disaster, just a lying. It's just disgusting.
Do you think that's the entire party, or do you think that there's some Republicans on that?
Another question you might have asked is, what did your person you vote for run on? You know, what was their main thing? It doesn't matter. They had a D in front of their name. If they had a D in front of their name, that's who I voted for.
There's some Republicans that are decent, but most of them.
Who would you say is decent?
Mitt Romney. Watch this. Mitt Romney or Jeb Bush. Watch this.
I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't really know who the decent because they're quiet. They're not saying.
What do you think of the Dallas mayor?
I don't really have it.
Do you know his name?
No. You know.
Did you guys?
Third biggest city, second or third biggest city in the state you live in, probably right nearby there. You know, I know the Portland mayor, much smaller city. His last name is Wilson. He's only been there a little while, I guess, but still, if you voted for a guy, you don't know his name. Interesting. Republicans do it too, but I wouldn't want to admit to that. Fascist blogger. Interesting. David Cates. See what this thing says here.
Campus here in Georgia.
Drive out Trump. We mean what we say.
And this is refusefascism.org.
Yes,
I've actually seen this on the college campus here in Georgia Tech.
On the what?
On a college campus here in Georgia Tech.
Normal conversation going on over here. I've seen this at a college, and then immediately gets interrupted by somebody saying, "You're a fascist." Normal, decent conversation, guy handing out a flyer, regular conversation. I'm guessing the guy's probably not wearing a MAGA hat or something. And this is how they behave. This is why when I went out yesterday, even out where I was at or whatever, I was a little bit reluctant, with 100 people out there. If I started a conversation with one person that seemed logical or something like that, maybe they're standing next to somebody who's got a sign that says that all fascists are bad or something like that, and then they assume that I'm a fascist, and then things start getting hairy at that point there. But I don't think that would have happened. But just some of these people, they just feel like they need to attack, even in the middle of a conversation.
Hey. You can go ahead and fuck off, man. Go on.
Oh, is this the fascist blogger?
I'm a fascist.
Fascist? What the heck?
Fuck off.
What, aren't you guys for freedom of speech?
No, fuck off, man.
Okay.
So the young punk here says, basically, don't talk to him. And this guy automatically agrees with them, even though they were having a nice conversation before that, evidently. But because this guy says, without any evidence, that he's a fascist blogger, this guy believes him and believes the authoritarian person over here. But Trump's the authoritarian, that sort of lets people have protests like this and doesn't complain about it. He kind of jokes about it. But this guy's okay with an authoritarian telling him who he can and can't talk to that he doesn't even know here. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being so democratic.
Fuck off.
This is a place where they say refuse fascism, but they don't want time of speech. Oh, be careful. You might. And look how much donations they're collecting to mobilize everything. Hey, look at what's going on here.
Fuck off.
This guy's a right-wing podcaster. Dude, watch out. I'm not sure what size city this was here, but it's just like, even in your suburban areas that I'm guessing this was at, it's just getting worse and worse. So it's sort of this Trump bad. Everybody who voted for Trump bad. Everything Trump does bad. Wild behavior. Thanks again for hanging out with me, guys. Again, should I do more than non-grifting or anything like that? I'm not going to do any more non-grifting here for you. You guys know where the buttons are and things like that. But I will play some music for you here, just because you guys haven't had any music. Sometimes when I play music, I lose like 1/10 of the audience. So if I play a song about me, it sound like I'm grifting or something like that here. But anyways, to give you some sort of music, it's a little bit of art, Nothing wrong with having a little bit of art in your life here. In this case, music. We're going to find a song here. I need to make more songs here, but this is written by my roommate, not roommate, but the neighbor guy over there, named Bill Tifa. He goes out to Portland ice buildings and things like that at night and does crazy stuff. I did the music, but I said he can write the words. He was trying to be nice to me or whatever, so he wrote the words to this song here called The Grifting King or something like it. Where does it go? Where to get the Grifter King? Is this? That's just the beats. There's the Grift Anthem, the best Grift Anthem here. I'm not a grifter here, but he wrote the words to this song here. Here you go.
Is political no king's protest?
Hey, keep in mind, this is Bill Nye you're looking at, not Mr. Bill. It's a different Bill. I'm just going to give you guys something to look at on the screen here while you're listening to this song, okay? It's Bill Nye, not Mr. Bill or Bill Tifa. All right, guys, if you want to hear more of that song, you'll have to get into that grifting mode or whatever. Not that I'm a grifter, but I know some of you guys get bored with the music too quick. So we're going to go back and hear what this guy had to say here.
Political science gotta be a better nickname. Calling you Bill Nye to political science gotta be a better nickname since you're speaking at this political no king's protest.
No comment on why you made that up.
I mean, you call yourself Bill Nye the science guy, and you're at a political event.
Oh, apologies. I think I have because I have it set to show the Chrome audio. We did not play the other audio. Okay. Okay. Next time I'll play the music later, and I'll switch it to the other audio. My bad. My bad.
So I think you should be called Bill Nye the political science guy. Do you like that nickname? And you donated to Kamala, right? So not very authentic, Mr. Nye.
You're not right about that.
Kind of disappointed. I watched you growing up. You're kind of a letdown.
Kind of a letdown. That's funny. I guess he's an engineer. I'm not sure if he still has his engineering certification, but if he was on The Big Bang Theory, he would be the engineer from MIT versus the other guys that were actually doctors of science. Anyway, that's what happened. See what else we got to see here, the crazy world here. Again, a 60-year-old guy wearing, I saw a lot of these, even out in the crazy place there. They know what 86//47 stands for? I don't think I should put all the numbers together. You guys know what it is? Oh, I guess a lady's commenting on it here. Let's see what it is here.
8647, explain it to me. I like the colors.
Kill the son of a bitch.
Kill who?
He's 47th president.
Really? What's your name?
Dick Safer.
What was his first mistake? Saying to unalive somebody, and somebody in power as the president. What was his second mistake? Saying his name out loud after the first thing. Nobody should dox him or anything like that, obviously. I'm just saying he's probably retired, so he doesn't have to worry about losing his job, but oh my goodness. I wouldn't pay him if I was the AARP. Well, actually,
got that on camera. You know that.
Wow. Just wow. Let's make this guy famous.
I disagree with that concept there. No, don't need to make him famous like that. If he might not have known what he was saying, or maybe he thought the person interviewing him was kind of on his side or something like that. But yeah, you don't need to make him famous, just because he said something stupid and then admitted to who he was after he said the stupid thing. Nick Shirley's another good follow here. Let's see what he was talking about here.
Maybe after today, I'll be able to buy some Gucci glasses like you.
This was an old one here. This is an old one here. Oldie but a goodie here, but yes, he did this about 2 months ago.
Maybe if I work extra hard and get some money from George Soros, I can buy myself some Gucci glasses. Mrs. Gucci, this is what democracy looks like out here. How much are you getting paid, ma'am?
Like, this is probably the first No Kings protest. That's probably where this one was at, because I remember seeing this.
Hand out to the owner.
Don't need to. I'm not going to click this because I'm grifting. I'm just grifting it because I care about my mods and what the mods put in the chat once in a while there, okay? Not grifting, okay? If I was grifting, I would say, do what that thing says down there, Not going to grift. Not going to do it. Just start supporting my mods, okay? It's the difference.
I gotta get deodorant, I'm serious.
Yeah, this one right here, she's got some gnarly armpit hair. Hit her with some deodorant. Got some gnarly armpit hair.
I don't know. See that?
In there. Let's see if they can follow.
Oh, you watched it live? Okay, they must have like the same thing, because he had the same type people, with the same signs about a week ago, or it was a while ago anyway. If this was yesterday, wow. I thought he was in DC yesterday. I could be wrong.
Look, she's running fast. How fast do you want to run? We can run pretty fast with you if you want. Hey, can you tell these guys to stop following me?
Arrest this guy!
Arrest me!
Arrest a person? For what reason? All he's saying is ask them to quit following the person, because it's kind of stalking type behavior. Somebody wants them arrested.
Now they're yelling I'm a Nazi. Now they're yelling I'm a Nazi. If I'm
Isn't it weird? I call you Zan or Dark. I'm not sure which one I'll call you. I'll call you Zan for now. But anyway, that the de-escalators tend to be the escalators in these situations. Just wants to ask a question, and the person that they're talking to doesn't mind answering the question. That the de-escalator pushes the questioner away. It's just to be there to de-escalate the situation, but they actually are the ones that are escalating the situation in a lot of cases. It's so weird.
Nazi, what makes me a Nazi? If you're gonna yell in the streets of New York City.
You're a Nazi.
How?
You're a Nazi.
Don't give him
Oh, you speak. She's wearing Gucci glasses. Isn't that against everything they preach?
Isn't that the guy that was calling Nick a not so C type person, you know? Whatever the other way to say it on YouTube is, I can't remember. But anyway, weren't sort of the Germans doing the same thing to a segment of people back in the day? They were just kind of assuming might have been a different group of people. They had no idea, you know, maybe they were wearing a small hat for some other reason. Like, that person's a Jew, that person is this, that person's that. Like, no evidence, you know, you don't see them praying or anything like that, you know. They didn't ask them. You just assume that they're a bad person by them asking questions or something. It's crazy.
Becoming rich? Only the rich people wear Gucci. Look at her. You're wearing Gucci, ma'am. Shouldn't you not wear Gucci if you don't like the rich? Now they're celebrating a murder.
They look different, right?
Man, you're kind of acting like a fascist right now. Look, at least we're making you get them steps in.
Nick's got jokes. Make sure you guys follow Nick Shirley out there. Well, at least follow his YouTube page, but you can also follow
Great way
his
to make some money, right, ma'am?
Twitter page too. See how much more we have to do here. You guys don't have to watch me the whole thing. I just want to get through some of these here. More than I thought on there. Let's see what this person. Oh, this is probably Chicago here. No, Atlanta on this one. Okay.
This guy's MAGA. MAGA guy right here.
MAGA guy.
This guy's MAGA. This is a MAGA. Asshole. MAGA.
Oh, this is okay. This is. We were watching that video earlier or something like that. And the podcast, there's that podcast station there. I'm not sure if it's the same person that was there, but like, oh yeah. Had a nice conversation with you, said thank you to you for the giving him the thing, but evidently he's an a-hole all of a sudden because you disagree with him. Okay.
We've been here for like 1 minute. We had one conversation.
Go fuck yourself.
One conversation. Nothing identifies him except what if it's the same guy. One guy said that, oh, that guy's a fascist podcaster. Nobody else said it except for the one guy wearing all black earlier. Nobody has done any kind of research to ask him what he believes. Just automatically hate spread his way, you know. And I'm guessing a minute after they get done talking to him, our party is all about love and respect and tolerance. It's like you can tell the way that they behave. You know, maybe some people on the right might act in a similar way, but it's right in front of your eyes here. They just want to be hateful for somebody who has a different opinion, not treating them disrespectfully whatsoever. Just they're kind of learning about what they're protesting, and you call him a bad person. What the heck?
That's very democratic of you. You guys are fighting kings, right? You guys are fighting kings out here, right?
We're protecting the speech that you're using.
Well, why you tell me to fuck off and start?
We're protecting. His line was, "We're protecting the speech that you're using," as you're calling him a bad person.
And not let me talk or film. This is what fascists do. This is exactly what.
See, but they're protecting his ability to speak, right? They're protecting his ability to have his First Amendment protections. Okay. Now, if I go out, if I see another protest and it's something like this, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a face-sized mirror, hold it up to them. You want to call me a fascist? Here, let me show you something. There's the fascist.
Fascists do, you know that.
MAGA guy right here.
MAGA guy, MAGA guy. this is like, it's like an immigrant lady here that was at a protest here, I'm guessing. Chinese immigrant that wasn't real impressed by what she saw here. Let's see what her comment was here. Just came back from a No Kings rally in DC. Here are my observations. It's true, I did not see a king. The crowd was not that big, and street parking was not too hard to find. Majority of the people are white in DC. Keep this in mind. DC is like 70% African American minorities. There are too many older people here, 60s radicals, she assumes. There were so many costumes, it seemed like a Halloween party in her mind. Let's see what else.
Can't study Germany without
Hold your mouth open longer, buddy. Anyway, you guys still behaving yourselves in the chat? Let's see, Scott's usually behaving himself most of the time there. I'm not sure what he said here. Leftist activist voted for Kamala, who was anointed but not primaried. She's their queen. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she's going to run again in 2028, guys. You think she's going to run in 2028? Put a 1. If you don't think she's if you think she's smart enough not to run, put a 2 in the chat. I wonder how many people they'll have running against Vance or Rubio. Let's see what happens. What else we got here? This guy here, minute 12 seconds. Liberal guy named David didn't want to answer questions after going on a profanity-laced tirade. Is he saying that people just want to yell and scream and carry on and not actually answer any questions? Is that what's going on here? To evidently a black conservative, I'm guessing, right here. But Trump's the racist one. Mercy Maxwell. I saw this guy. I follow him. Oh, he's doing good. There we go. Let's see.
Oh, you got a voice clip going. Oh, he didn't opt for this. You didn't ask us if we want to be recorded. So actually, fuck you. Your voice clip is over now. So fuck you.
Well, you're in a public
No,
space.
we are, but like your voice clip is now ruined. I'm gonna keep ruining your footage. I don't care.
No, you're helping.
Seriously? You're evidently more important than the people that he was talking to. First mistake. Saying that his content got ruined is incorrect because you just made better content for him by acting a fool here. So this part about his content being ruined is totally untrue. The reason I'm watching this now is not because he was trying to interview them, which might have been a nice situation, but I'm able to see this now because the algorithm had more views because you decided to act like a silly person. You see how stupid some of these people are? This went viral, likely, not because of a nice dialogue between a black guy and white liberal women, look responsible, but because this guy said stuff like this.
But like your voice clip is now ruined. I'm gonna keep ruining your footage. I don't care.
No, you're helping.
No. Actually, well, I guess kind of.
You're acting like an unhinged liberal.
Dude, just fuck off. Nobody wants your. Nobody wants to be part of your business.
You wanted to get in here. You wanted.
Sure. Hey.
So you're part of my business now. What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
It's David.
David. So what do? You come out here and you.
Don't worry about it, man.
You defend people from what? Just basic questions.
Also, now you're gonna follow me around.
Oh, yo, you
can ask you some questions, sir.
Asking questions, you also don't want to Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. David, he probably works in an office somewhere in Phoenix, Arizona. Just another liberal putz, discrediting himself and the indivisible movement. One slow stride at a time.
Do you think he realized what he did there at that point there? Did he realize how stupid what he did was the stupidest thing he could have done at that point there? By inserting himself in a discussion like that? What a normal person would have done is, after you interview them, can you interview me? I've got some things to say. That would have been the normal thing for a liberal to do, a classic liberal. But no, he wanted to make the situation about him. Oh, these people are just bizarre. That's a nice word for it, bizarre, right, you guys? Okay, you guys doing good in the chat there? I need to find a way to put the chat over there so it's closer to where I can see it, so I don't have to keep my neck like this. Oh, that's Scott. That's below you. I didn't realize that you would say such a rude thing about our former vice president. How dare you say such a crazy thing? I can't believe my ears. What did this guy say here? Oh, this guy was a young Trump supporter, was pepper sprayed and punched in the face by Antifa members at the No Kings rally. People started to yell at him for simply wanting to talk. I thought your first mistake, not really a mistake, but in their minds, your first mistake was to wear that hat with those words on it. Your second mistake was to ask them questions. That's a very bad thing to do. They have trouble answering questions, you know. And your third mistake was you didn't duck. I don't know. Let's see what we got here.
Trying to do like right now with the people that what do they do to you right now?
Oh, they so today, am I good to speak? So today I was marching with them. I was just filming during the march, and they pepper sprayed me in the face. They punched me in the face. An Antifa guy with a dog mask on punched me in the face. His chest literally says Antifa. And just earlier I was trying.
And this is what, at this point here, this is when your liberals, your Democrats would say, oh, the right's just acting like the victim here. The right's just acting like the victim here. The left or whatever, they're the good guys, you know. The right's just acting like the victim here, as he's just saying he got sprayed by a guy that had Antifa on his back. But he's the victim, right, Dan? Okay? Over there on Twitch, just FYI, YouTube, I do have a Twitch also. Normally, I just kind of use it to see trolls. Yeah, okay, he's not really a troll over here, but he footage of it happening. I don't know if we do. You'll have to check out with the Dallas Express. Maybe he shared it over there, but I don't know. It looks like he's wet and he's got some liquid, and maybe it's raining there that day or whatever. But anyway, nice to see you there. But I thought we would believe all people, aren't we? Or is it just believe all women? I forget what it is. Oh, we got two trolls over there. Just kidding. Mike, how you doing?
I have a conversation with a woman from the Dallas Morning News, and this girl tried ripping my hat out of my hands and all kinds of stuff, and they were hitting me.
Okay. And what are you trying to do here? You just want to have a civil conversation?
I'm just here to film. I'm just here to ask people questions. But I think it's important to document this kind of stuff. I think it's important to challenge these people because they're severely misinformed. They just believe whatever CNN or MSNBC has told them. It's dangerous because when Robert De Niro was calling for people to take to the streets, Mayor Johnson of Chicago was saying that he was going to lead in the charge. Chuck Schumer said that he was going to, they have to have a supermajority to close the government, right? And so it's not the Republicans, it's because they were trying to provide free health care for illegal immigrants. And we as American citizens can hardly...
Is this guy a de-escalator back here? Is he going to say, nah, if you have a red hat on you, you're not allowed here? Or is that what he's trying to say back here? Or is he trying to protect people from questions or something? What's this guy's story here?
Afford health care, so why should 20 million illegal immigrants get it for free?
Is that guy Democrat or Republican? Because they don't get it for free.
If they go to a hospital and they're dying.
Right.
Hospitals require-
Okay, they go to hospital.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying health care, not emergency care. Everybody that lives in the United States, if they go to the emergency room or an emergency, gets that emergency care. What he's talking about, and you can see it most places, is they're allowed, especially in California, that gets federal money through Medicare that they use towards not only their citizens, but towards undocumented citizens, they would call them. Do you understand this? This is not too hard to understand. Federal government gives money to state governments. State governments give that money to who they think should get it, as long as there's no restrictions on it. Trump wanting to put restrictions on the money that goes to those states relating to health care, to make sure it goes to American citizens for their health, not emergency care, health care costs. You know, your monthly health care bill, you know, you get in the mail or you do your deposit. Oh my goodness. I'm not the greatest debater in the world, but these guys.
Hospitals, and then they use fake names, and then it gets put onto the taxpayer. Who has to
How do they have
subsidize that?
social security numbers? You sound dumb.
They have EI numbers or something like that, sort of like a replacement social security number that allows them to get these other capabilities. You understand? And sometimes, in certain cases, they do have forged social security numbers. You know how easy it is to make a piece of paper and put numbers and letters on it and take it someplace or something like that? It's called technology.
Go to the hospital. If they're dying, the hospital is required by law.
Hey drone, how you doing? Nice to see you. What kind of drone do you have? I've got a DJI Mini 3. And it's decent, you know, for what and it's got the screen on it too. It's kind of cool. But I'm kind of curious how the government and the DJI are going to get along here in the next few months and everything. Are they going to DJI out of their country as far as that goes? We shall see. Which is why DJI is getting into the camera business and other things. This lady looks attractive here. Tiffany Savage.
Yes, and this is not my Athens. No kings. Not my Athens. We didn't have this back in the day. Put the faggots on camera. Is this serious right now? Yeah.
Nose rings just irritate me. It doesn't matter that you have a red hat on or not. They still irritate me, no matter who has nose rings on. Oh, here's the person who's in charge of your children's teachers here. This genius here is in charge of basically all your teachers.
Randy, do you think you set a good example for children speaking of pro-Hamas, pro-Antifa rally out in Capitol Hill as the government shut down by Democrats?
This is not this is a pro-American rally. Anyone who says that is defamatory.
I have Antifa flags. Oh, okay.
Not sure what that was about. If it was at the No Kings rally, if it's about No Kings or whatever, then actually you can go there. You know, it's free speech. But I would ask her a different question. The Dallas Express again here. Alex Stein was assaulted at the Dallas No Kings march. Dallas police intervened as leftists hurled profanity through water bottles and hit conservatives. Okay, as we watch this, they're just having a party here. It's just having a party, YouTube.
Oh, he got assaulted.
No, it's a party.
Call police.
It's a party. There's parlor games here. They're just playing parlor games here, is what they'll say anyway. But yeah, they're just, they would assault somebody that they disagree with. That could be caught on film there, could it? Who was it? Anoke earlier, right there. Wait, we have footage. Here's your footage, Anoke. Don't be nice, Anoke, if you're over on Twitch. But anyway, here's footage of somebody being attacked. You want me to go back?
He got assaulted. Oh!
Surrounded also at that point too.
Call police! Holy! Oh, shit! Oh!
And a Mavic Mini. This is a bit bigger one there. You have to have more of a license for the bigger ones. Mine's under that certain weight or whatever, so I can kind of use it for non-commercial purposes. Yours probably handles the wind a little bit better. Yes, that's Alex Stein. Oh, he's taller than I thought he was. Look at that. Notice he had a smile after he got attacked. Can you imagine?
Holy!
He's a not-so-see. I disagree with his ideology, so he must be a not-so-see. Here's a better way, Miss De-escalator. When you see someone that should know that could get attacked by your rabid leftist over there, you should sort of have somebody directly nearby Alex Stein to make sure that he doesn't get attacked by your crazy leftists. That would have been a better way to handle it than take care of things after the fact. But no, these de-escalators are about as helpful as, I can't think of a good analogy. Who's that man? That man, Alex Stein, a conservative troll, debater, influencer type person, podcaster. That the left doesn't like because he kind of makes them look silly. And he makes them look silly just by walking by them and having them attack him for no reason.
Oh my!
Thank you.
My reporter worked at the Dallas Express, and there was a lady that threw my phone and hit my arm. And I have that in video.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but yeah, there's no evidence that the left is bad. They don't show political violence at all. They don't do anything like that. No, they're not violent. At every single protest they go to, yeah. The right is a little bit violent one day. Yep. One day they were a little bit violent. Yep. What happens all the other 364 days, guys? What happens all the other 364 times 4? Anyway, what happened here?
Wearing my MAGA hat and freedom. So I'm at the rally in Asheville, North Carolina. Wearing my MAGA hat and freedom t-shirt. And so far, pretty great responses. I
think North Carolina would be a little bit safer, especially out of the area that got hit by that hurricane there. They should all be kind of nice people out there, I would think.
was walking down the street here in downtown, and two men started running at me, and I was like, I don't know if this is good. And then they gave me a big hug, and they said, "We're Israeli, we love Trump." And then another woman came up and said, "Oh my God, I love your hat, and I love your dog," because of course I brought Winston with me. But it's mostly just a giant costume party for elderly people. You can see him behind me, Handmaid's Tale. It's so tired, but...
Yeah, I can't verify it from this perspective here, but isn't the Handmaid's Tale, the women, they're usually kind of supposed to be like 20 years old kind of age, 20, 30, that type of age. Based on the people that she's next to, I'm guessing the person in that Handmaid's thing is 50 or 60.
This is who they are, you know? So I'm at the rally in Asheville, North Carolina.
This one was all over the internet the other day too. This is Portland, right? Yeah, it's Portland. Yeah, I know that area. Wait, why did it go crazy when I did that? Get in focus, get in focus.
Why is it okay to drop amendment? It's the good keeper, everyone.
Typical day in, this is before things got crazy last night, I think. Here you got the SEIU over here. That's the government union, right? What does this have to do with anything union related? You know, do they want illegal immigrants out there to kind of lower the cost, fight against the unions? Is that what's going on here? Is that what we're illegal type people over here? No oligarchs, no kings. This person here with a mask on, a little bit early to have that mask on, buddy. This guy over here to the left there looks like he's about 45 or 50, wearing a squirrel costume of some sort. Interesting. Maybe he's mentally not all there. All right, see, there's another person in a suit. There's people wearing COVID masks or something over here. Very, very tolerant people. Again, you're wearing your mask a little bit early. You didn't get crazy till about 8 o'clock. The Katie they talk about is Katie Daviscourt. She's a journalist there, Post Millennial, that simply documents what's going on. But anyway, they don't like beautiful blonde-haired women for some reason, you know. I was thinking about going down there today, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Probably the bigger audience. I'm glad I had quite a few people today. 20 right now. I think I had about 30 earlier. I appreciate you guys all hanging out there. See if go down this list to see what else happened yesterday. Oh, guess. Oh, I can't give you that song. I was gonna give you the song here, but I gotta change this up just a little bit here. I gotta go stop the shared screen. Add the shared screen, but add it as a entire screen. That way I can get system audio right there. There's that screen there with the share button there. There we go. Now you guys should be able to hear the rest of the song over here that I was trying to play earlier. There it is. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it.
right? I'm the lieutenant.
To a throne of sand, built by the work of another man. Grip the sky, grip the ground, turn the silence into sound. Mr. Bill don't need no crown, just a game and the hustle round and round. Thicker than oil on a race or street. Words like fire.
Keep in mind, I did not write these words. I did not write the words. I like the beat and the answer to the beat, not the words. I'm not. This talks about it. Some Mr. Bill person that's grifting. I'm not a grifting kind of guy. Okay, you guys can hit the likes or donate if you want to. I'm not gonna be mad or demand anything or anything like that. So not a grifter, but it has a good beat to the song.
He's the shadow dancing in the light. The fine praying humanist in the dead of night. Stick like a web of glue, but it's gone by the morning, nothing left for you. He's the echo in a hollow hall, the phone that rings with no one to call. Is it wrong? Is it right? Just a trick of the light. The anthem plays as he takes his flight. Is it wrong? Is it right? Or just a trick's his flight? Is it wrong, is it right, or just a trick of the light? The anthem plays as he takes his flight.
Let's do it. I think we're getting close to the end of this here. I know it's got to be for an hour. Hey, look at the extra music, unless you give me money. I mean, that was Bill FIFA said that, so I didn't say that. That would sound like a grifting thing. So I'm not a grifter. Here we go. All things in the house. What's going on? A crazy day yesterday. Oh, were you out at one of these events there? All things. Were you hanging out with some of your Antifa buddies? Just kidding. Let's see what else we got going on. This is at Portland here. I think that Nick Sorter, I think, was talking to the police about a situation.
The point where I don't want it anymore. I did 18 days in a row. It's all politics. You're Nick, right? Yeah. I'm the lieutenant of all the crowd control teams here. You've been doing good tonight. And like, there's litigation involved, and we probably couldn't. But if you ever, like, every citizen and anyone who's arrested or witnesses, they could all talk to the police. And if you ever wanted to, I'd love to sit down to and talk about it. Probably make more sense. But if there's other things involved, the city probably wouldn't let me. But just so you know, I'm throwing the offer out.
Who's the closest name on your phone? The union chief. I sat and talked with him for a little bit the other day.
Aaron Schmaltz.
That's it. Yeah, I met him in DC. Seems a good dude.
Sorry, I'm not trying to get
You're good. And he probably has a good idea. I mean, I'm directly in the know, but
Packwood, that's up there in the Booniesville type area. Pretty area out there too, but out in the mountains out that way there. I mean, there's, like I said, I went to local ones in 10,000 person towns around here, but you have any video of your interactions with country boy liberals or something? I don't know what you call them.
I talk to you, so maybe you got what you need, but I'll give you my turn. And I do this with anybody has questions or is involved. We don't want people to wonder or, want to be able to be open, transparent, and answer all the questions.
I'm glad to see you out here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to check on this other guy.
Which guy? Richard? No, I think they just
GOT's good. I'm at the point where I don't want it anymore. I did 18 days in a row. Well, you can be up early in the morning watching a bunch of old people.
Stack them chips.
Yeah.
Are they gonna shut this down the way that they did with Christian, like just cordon off the block?
I don't know, dude. It's all politics. I stop watching the news. That's all we the people. I don't know. I'm out is when there's like a huge flash.
Some of these police will get reprimanded for talking about, it's like, don't say it's about politics. Come on. We don't want to talk about saying it's about politics. You're just doing your job. Even though politicians are telling you exactly what you should do with your job as a police officer, Don't tell everybody it's about politics. Come on now. You can't have that out there. That cool. No problem with all things. You're on Twitter, aren't you? If you're not, no, you mentioned you tweeted me on Twitter. That's right. Oh, here's that other guy earlier here. It's Maxwell guy.
He is bringing in his own people. There he is. That's what a lot of government. She's shrinking government, right? No. And bringing in his own people. But he's shrinking government.
He's shrinking government. How? By bringing in his own.
Every president brings in their administration.
That's true.
Not to the extent.
That's true. He does do what everybody else does, but because it's him, it's bad. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's a distortion. I don't understand. Come on, they want you to come and save them. Explain. How has President Trump brought in people at a level that other, President Trump is still waiting on appointees.
He ran on retribution.
He's still waiting on appointees.
He ran on retribution.
So how is he getting his people in when he's still waiting on appointees?
What he said in almost every single one of his speeches is, my retribution will be becoming presidents. It will be the fact that people will vote for me, and as kind of a sort of saying, what you guys did to me was wrong by me being voted in. He didn't say anything about retribution.
And on retribution. He stood up and no, I'm just telling you.
You're changing the subject.
Quote him that where he talked about retribution and going after, as it relates to going after people. Please quote him.
There's a basic.
If you want to talk about retribution, we can change. But I want you to. I'm asking you. You said he's bringing in his own people. That's been proven, disproven. I'm telling you, his appointees are still waiting. Own people.
I understand. Well, okay. There probably are.
You can curse or you can defend your position.
I like this guy. Here, other people you guys probably know or whatever. This R.C. Maxwell guy. I'm gonna link him here real quick here. I guess I have to click on his thing here, but looks. He's out there debating and everything, going out there. This kind of stuff I wanted to do yesterday. So check him out here. Charlie Kirk supporter out there. Good. Hold on. Go back to that thing in a second. Here, just gonna link that in the chat if you guys want to get Twitter follow. This guy follow. Here, I just followed him.
And on retribution.
Changing the
he
subject,
stood up
sir.
and no, I'm just telling you.
You're changing the subject. I want you to. I'm asking you. You said he's bringing in his own people. That's been proven, disproven. I'm telling you, his appointees are still waiting.
Own people.
And notice I would have sort of pointed out, like, you, Mr. White Guy, are you not for Black Lives Matter? Because I was having a discussion with this family over here, and you evidently think your opinion is more important than theirs, that you needed to interrupt that conversation. I would have sort of made that little thing there. 55 likes. You don't expect to get to 60 likes, Scott. We're not going to get to 60 likes. I know this is awesome chat, very cool, but they're not going to hit 60 likes. You like to think they're going to hit 60 likes. Not going to happen. Not going to do it. I'm trying to do a George Bush there.
Well, okay. There probably are.
You can curse or you can defend your position. That's what I'm trying to bring to this protest. Okay, then keep walking, man. I'm having a conversation with someone who wants to.
Don't you love these people that want to get the last word in? They interrupt, and then he gives them the chance to have a voice or whatever later, and they say, "No, I want to get the last word in. Goodbye." Liberal white women.
Enjoy it.
Scream at people, then just keep walking.
Enjoy it when this shit's all over with, bud.
I'm trying to get you to walk away. I want to talk with the one who wants.
So they can't stop. Enjoy it when it's all over. It's just repeatedly like we're trying to make sure she gets the last word in. You're not even the interviewee.
You're doing
Ignore it. Remember Nuremberg, motherfucker.
Oh my goodness. Oh, quality content. Oh my goodness. I thought liberals were for Black Lives Matter. just called him an MFer because she didn't get her way of thinking she would get the last word in or something. Oh my word.
Ignoring him
You're trying to understand facts.
Yes.
You're trying to understand evidence. And you're trying to apply those.
Oh, nice day out there to have your masks on, guys. Yeah, let's have your masks on. Oh, wow. That's funny stuff. Oh, okay, that was a different video there. Wow, that's a good job, guys. That's a good job. Libs of TikTok here. What did these liberal women do there? Let's see where this one says her birthday wish is for Trump to be unalived. Interesting.
This is your birthday, so you came out on your birthday. You thought it was important. Tell me why.
Absolutely, because I have two little boys who deserve a bright future of freedom and democracy. And this is a nightmare that I'm living in. And I'm here to make a difference and to be loud and proud. And there's no other way I'd want to celebrate my birthday than with my parents and my best friend fighting for our country.
So, okay, so for a birthday present, what do you hope happens? You know, you wake up tomorrow morning.
I hope that I see the obituary that we're all waiting for tomorrow. That's what I hope for.
A mother of two just hoped somebody died.
Wishing that President Trump is dead?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
The interviewer's like, can I post this on social media? Like, I don't even like to have it on YouTube right here as a third party.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So this is your birthday, so you came out on...
Absolutely. I'm going to admit this in public in front of people that I want someone to be dead. Not realizing J.D. Vance has more conservative values than Trump has. And he's younger. And potentially, if I'm understanding the 14th Amendment right, if Trump did die, JD could potentially get 10 years in office, right? Because, or 9 years anyway. This year, I forget how that would work out. Anyway. Wow, that would be crazy.
Donald Trump is your president. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump is your president. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump is your president. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump is...
As he's trying to get at the front of the line there. These guys are funny. So funny. Is there everybody in the chat there that's still chatting there? I see 23 people on YouTube here. And if you guys want to, as soon as we're done here, probably in a little while here, I got to find somebody to raid here. I think Spiro likes to talk AI and things like that. He might be worth going to. And I got to play you guys another song if you want me to also. Because I've been streaming for a little bit here, but I appreciate all you guys watching and hanging out for a little while. But I'm not going yet, so don't take off yet. I know you guys want to take off because I say I'm close to the end, but you don't have to take off right away. Just gonna see if I redirect you guys after I'm done. That's all I'm trying to do right now. I'm sort of talking to myself here. I'm not going to raid that channel. Rattlesnake TV is a good conservative guy. In Jesus. Will either be Indian Jesus, Spyro, or Rattlesnake TV. It'll be one of the three ones that I can see that I would raid you to. For now, we'll do Rattlesnake TV. I don't even think he has a big channel. I don't think he'll even recognize that it's there, but anyway, that's what I'll do.
your president. Donald Trump rates young girls. I got it all on video. I got it all on video. Can I file a police report? Someone just grabbed that, and then whenever I was trying to get a video. Okay.
You didn't really get it on video because they attacked your camera and your balance, so video probably didn't look too good. Anyway, that's what the liberals do. Try to make fun of what they're doing, they attack you. I already saw that one. Well, this is interesting here. Check it out.
He can't even tell me and erase his thing.
Savannah Hernandez, look at this. This is like the aggressive liberals here act like this. You know, if you're a conservative woman, this is expect to be treated like this around. It's a liberal guy around you.
Walk away from me. All you have to do is walk away. So this gentleman found out that I worked at Turning Point USA and decided to come up to me and say that Charlie was a racist and a fascist. I was having a good conversation. So you found out that I work for Turning Point and you said you can't stand here and talk with me because why?
Because Charlie Kirk was a racist, bigot, scum.
Do you think he deserved to get shot in the neck?
No, I don't think he deserved to die.
But do you see how that type of rhetoric has led to people in the United States getting killed?
His rhetoric has ruined thousands of lives.
Can I ask what rhetoric is at the forefront for you that was the most hateful?
I hate his racism. He was an anti-Semite. He accused Jews of funding replacement theory in America. This is insane.
So regarding the racism, I myself am a Hispanic Asian woman.
Okay.
He hired me on to, represent his organization.
God bless. Everybody needs a token.
Okay.
Do they hear themselves? Do liberals hear themselves? I mean, is there like when they're talking, are their ears working?
So I'm a token. Well, Charlie was just brutally murdered in front of the United States, and I think it's a big problem that we can't even have a conversation.
That's irrelevant. He had
position. That he was brutally murdered.
He had.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with his politics.
Or our discussion.
The guy literally said in his text message, "I'm tired of his hate." 90% of what Charlie talked about was politics.
It had everything to do with his politics because people said that he was a fascist. Like, there's a sign behind you saying the fascist.
Oh, I'm guessing you didn't mean to put those numbers in there like that. So, or I'm not sure what those emojis next to it are, but I would want to retract that if I were you real quick. Are you going to retract that or are you going to write it again? No political violence in this chat. Oh, are you going to say, I didn't mean that the way it looked or something like that? Or do you know what those numbers mean when they're like that? If you said that in Compton, what would that mean? You're not going to answer? Okay. Just going to do this. How long does it put people in timeout on this one here? I'm not sure how long it's going to be in timeout, but put them in timeout for now. Come back later.
Trump regime, who's out here calling people fascists in the street? Is it the right wing? Or is it the left wing that's out here labeling everybody that
who's acting like a fascist?
The left wing, quite frankly.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't think we have anything more to discuss.
Okay, well,
I can't convince you. You're not going to convince me. The only thing else I have to say.
Why can't we have a conversation? I was having a great conversation with him, and then you decided that Charlie was a racist.
Notice that all these situations, there's always the white liberal that wants to interrupt a normal conversation. I'd say white leftist, because typically a liberal doesn't mind having a conversation, and doesn't want to interrupt somebody else's conversation. But a white leftist does want to sort of think that their point of view is more important than other people's points of view, especially when they're supposedly talking to a fascist in their minds, right? It's just like, wow. You think they're better than everyone.
And he wanted to.
He's a racist by his own words. His own words. His own words were.
What is the most racist thing that he said? Please give me the.
My guess is she was trying to talk to the guy there to her left there, and this guy thought he was more important and interrupted and everything. So, and my guess is the guy here is more upset with her for letting him answer questions than he is at him for interrupting his conversation with her.
Oh, if you were this angry, you should be able to give me the quote. Because I can give you 10 quotes right now from left-wingers who stated that right-wingers deserve to die and we should fear getting shot every single time we go out after Charlie was
I'm not
killed.
responsible
Destiny.
for every
well,
person
for you
out there, but
personally,
you're a
what
member.
did Charlie
You
say?
are a member.
What did Charlie say that was so racist that made you this upset? Please tell me, because you're out here telling people that he's a problem. Not you, him. He doesn't even know, and this is the exact problem. You were so hateful.
If you would be quiet for.
Regarding you specifically, you are now coming up to me. You've been extremely aggressive. And like I said, I'm standing here and I was having a conversation with this gentleman right here.
Go ahead.
And now
Post
you're
it.
getting so angry. Okay. So, y'all, I'm at the No Kings protest here, and I was standing here. I'm wearing my press badge. These older gentlemen came up to me and stated, you know, what's Turning Point USA? Basically asking me about Charlie. This guy right here.
I would guess this guy's, I'm going to go call the cops on you. You were mean to me.
Ends up going, I can't speak to you because Charlie was a racist and a fascist. I then immediately start asking him, like, hey, do you think that means he deserved to be shot? And what exactly did he say that was so racist that...
Look at him. He's still upset. She still has me on camera. She still has me on camera. Yes, because you're acting aggressively. And people want to make sure that if you're aggressive toward them, you're on camera.
Made you this angry. He then went on to say that Charlie is an anti-Semite, and now I had a bunch of older people surrounding me and stating that, yeah, I'm a liar now.
Oh my goodness. Savannah is awesome, you guys. No. With Frontlines TV USA. She also has her own kind of thing there also, but make sure you follow Sav Says on Twitter. X. Okay, we're going to get done with this in a little bit. I saw those ones. Nick Shirley again here.
Test here.
I think it's pretty stupid.
Why do you think it's stupid?
Well, because the law enforcement is out here trying to defend our country.
Yeah, old guy interrupted. Yeah. And twice it looked like he was interrupting the conversation. What's going on here today? I was always wondering when I get these number boosts on here and everything, there's like a troll army or something like that. It seems to be brigading or whatever certain channels. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, there's people out in my chat. Are you anti-trolls chat? Put a 1 if you're an anti-troll person in the chat. Put a 2 if you're a pro-troll person in the chat. And when I mean trolls, I mean like what the people in the chat just put in there a second ago that I had to time them out for. Are you pro-troll or anti-troll?
Country by getting the migrants out, and what's happening is you got a bunch of people who have been ill-informed or have basically drank the Kool-Aid that are doing things that they think are right but are actually very wrong.
And why do you think here in America people think they can just push the police and get away with it?
Because for so long there's been nothing done about it. They just do it, and then the next guy does it and does it and does it, and nobody goes to jail, no one gets arrested, and now people are starting to...
You think it's like one person that just kind of same person said the 86 thing and then came back and that was the same person with a different account said the same thing? That's probably right there. So the other day I had like 3 of them or whatever one time on the channel at one time. Yeah, it was one person with 3 different accounts just kind of spamming type thing. Could be. Listen. My guess also they noticed that Scott, who was the only visible moderator, they saw that he left at that point there, so they felt like they could sort of do something like that at that time. My guess is also like, oh, no mods around. I'm gonna Get my 2 cents in.
Realize that if you touch the police and you break the law, you're going to go to jail. This administration is not playing around. These are federal workers and state workers. They need to be protected just like everybody else needs to be protected. So if you're going to come down here and assault these police officers and assault federal officers, what are you going to do to regular citizens? That means you have no moral compass. And if you don't have a moral compass, it's a problem.
No moral compass, for sure. Check out Nick Shirley. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the end of this. Come on. Come down. You notice they keep attacking TPUSA stations like this?
Jesus did it, so you know I gotta do it, right? Jesus did it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
What do you think should be assuming that guy's a student there, and they take this to what he did to the dean on video there, what should be the consequence? Is expelling too much? Or maybe not expelling, maybe take away student loans, if he's getting any kind of loans from the federal government to go there or grants, said nope, you're going to have to pay for it yourself. That would be a consequence that I could see would be an important thing. Like, yeah, the college and the government are not going to pay for your college if you're going to treat other people that way. That'd be a good consequence. Expelled. Some people say expelled. Yep. I would be against it at that point there, since especially if he knew what he was doing. Like, I was just trying to act like Jesus did. Like, no. Those guys were not. That wasn't a synagogue, a worship area, buddy.
That's depressing.
Throw this sucker
Dang, how did this get covered? That's so sad. Oh!
And he still did more the second time. If the first time, take away his money. Second time he destroys property, you're borderline expelled at that point,
Oh!
Oops. There we go. Almost to the end of the stuff here. We'll get to the Army stuff here in a little bit here. Finish off with that. Here's another person here that did stuff.
Why'd you do that?
I've taken down 56.
You've taken down 56. You're keeping track of how many signs you take.
Yep.
Why?
It's violating student conduct to take that out of the ground. No, I'm keeping campus beautiful day and night.
By stealing our property and destroying it?
We paid for that out of our pockets.
You can literally just walk past it. Don't even look at it. Just walk past.
Amen.
Like, bro.
Yeah, why do you
We
do
all
that?
have our different point of view, so you don't need to be mad about it.
Preach.
So true. You should really stop touching other people's things.
It's also a hazard how fast you're throwing them. You could really hurt someone with that. Could.
And you just don't care?
Yeah, I know your comment was about the last guy, but this guy here, I think, also applies to that comment. Yeah.
You don't care if you hurt anyone?
Well,
I would prefer not to, but... You prefer not to? Yeah.
Well, you should really stop touching our stuff. We'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, the No Kings protests were more peaceful than behavior on a college campus when a TPUSA chapter puts a table together. Can you imagine that? Especially after Charlie Kirk. You're there, so people can come up to you, listen to your spiel or not, but the guy decides to say exactly what he did, taking out 56 things there. Wow.
Do you have a name by chance? Yeah. What's your name? Why would I tell you? Oh, we'll find out anyway. It's okay. Okay.
Stop touching our stuff.
Go fuck yourself.
What the heck is wrong with you? What is wrong with humanity? Just ridiculous behavior.
Hey, why'd you...
How many more? Okay, one more here.
Excuse me? Why are you touching our signs? Why do you think you can touch our signs?
This is a big Of course.
We got you on video, by the way.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude, maybe
Well-
don't follow people.
No, you think you guys can touch our signs?
You got plenty more.
Okay, no, that's our personal property and our freedom of speech. You have no right to touch our signs.
Okay, but why are you following people and filming them?
Nope, you guys have ruined our sign, ripped it out of the ground.
What are you talking about?
No,
To be
but
fair,
you.
I did throw one of their signs. I'll admit to that on camera.
Okay.
So wait, you said we have nothing better to do with my time, but then why did you have
I
the
said
time?
you do have better things to do with your time.
And
You
you
got
have
booster gun.
you have better things to do with your time than to rip somebody else's promotional items out of the ground.
Maybe that wasn't as fun. Maybe this wasn't as worth it as I thought it was gonna be.
Yep.
Like that's gonna be so funny.
Yeah, I don't really like being followed by
That is true.
Yeah, well then don't rip out our signs. Like, you don't condone that behavior. Would you like to apologize on camera?
I check out the statistics.
Girl, can you check the probability of this
Ridiculous.
This is post Charlie Kirk. They're still doing this. They don't learn their lessons. They don't learn the lesson. They're in college. They can't learn. Be peaceful. Be tolerant. After one of a leftist unalived the person in charge of that. How do you not learn by now? Okay. Who should we go with first here? Let's go with the VP first.
Realize that from the President of the United States on down, this government is proud of you. It's proud of the tradition of the Marine Corps, and it's proud of the fact that that great tradition has custodians in each and every single person here, each and every single Marine who is serving today. And I hope that the proud Marine Corps tradition, you heard Pete talk about this, Chesty Puller, Dan Daly, John Basilone, all of these great Marine Corps heroes, they should inspire you through their action to be the very best Marine in the future that you can be. And I think that all of you should
Camp
realize.
Pendleton, guys. Camp Pendleton. They were doing a good job there the other day. Great speeches. Hexbeth was there. My brother used to go there. That's why I like. And I've been on base once.
Afternoon. This is an incredible sight. I can't think of anything better than being here with thousands of Marines, sailors, and their families here on Red Beach, celebrating 250 years of the United States Marine Corps, the world's premier expeditionary force. Add to the witness an awesome display of maritime power. It really doesn't get any better. Thank you and well done to every single Marine, sailor, civilian, and partner who made this amphibious demonstration possible. Let's give them a hand. On behalf of President Trump and the Department of the Navy, I want to thank every Marine and sailor.
And one more. Oh, he's
Man, hoorah, Marines! Man, that is beautiful. Let me just say, this might be one of the most beautiful sights I think I've ever seen. In fact, I'm not supposed to say this, really not, but I think you guys might be my favorite. Don't tell anybody. Marines, it's great to see you. It's an honor to be here. Chief, Commandant, Secretary of the Navy, thank you. It's an honor to be at Camp Pendleton. And looking out at these Marines today and the Navy SEALs I had a chance to do PT with this morning. You know, I do PT all around the country now with the troops, and it's turned into smoke the secretary. It's clear to me why President Trump says all the time we're the strongest, most powerful, most lethal, and most prepared military on the planet. Because you are that strength. You are that power. You are that lethality. And you are prepared. And President Trump's going to make sure it stays that way. Being here with you is the perfect way to mark 250 years of the beautiful and beloved United States Marine Corps.
250 years, baby. And who's the best theme song, guys? Or the best hymn or whatever, the Marine Corps hymn, right? The shores of Montezuma. Okay, I'm gonna look it up here. You know what the thing I'm thinking of. Should I do it on YouTube? Yeah, I'll do it on YouTube here. You guys know the lines I'm thinking of? Hold on, here we go. So what? The Halls of Montezuma. This is from the Navy. It's from the Marine Corps themselves. I know they do their own band thing. Not Royal Marines, just a Marine. Here we go. Here's the medley here. Sounds okay. There it is.
Shout, counter marching all about, and those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high in the field artillery. Count out your numbers loud and strong. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And wherever you go, you will always know that those caissons go rolling along.
I know you guys haven't heard this one, but these guys are called the Coast Guard here. I know you probably haven't heard of them very. I figured you guys watched all those kind of protest things, so angry people will give you something to finish it off with and be happy and things like that with this kind of stuff like this here. So it's always cool to end the stream and on a happy note here, right? And then we'll radio over to Rattlesnake TV in a little while here. He talks about politics, debating, foreign stuff. Which one's your favorite, guys? Which one's your favorite? pretty cool, guys.
With the best Halloween decor from Michaels, we're not
weird commercial. All right, guys and girls, I got other things to do. But I'm gonna send you over to Rattlesnake TV. He does a good job, kind of does Betasphere stuff. I can't remember what country he's in, but anyway, if you guys do me a big favor over there, if you go over there, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to. But tell him Mr. Bill said hello and that he needs a haircut. I think he needs a haircut. If it looks like he needs a haircut, tell him to get a haircut, okay? But anyway, but tell him also Mr. Bill says hi and that he needs a haircut. He might be offended, but anyway, have fun, guys. Have a great night. God bless. We'll talk to you guys all later tonight. I might do another fun stream or something like that. And tomorrow I hope to go to the ice building out there and see how it looks or how it smells or whatever over there. Let me see how we did the thing here first. Hold on. On the poll there, Burger King was your least favorite, okay? We had 47 votes. Oh, no, it's only at 65, 82 votes. You guys had a lot of people voting on this poll thing here. Burger King looks like they won it. They were 68%, 65%. 65% was your least favorite king. I would have thought that was that King Harry or whoever the Revolutionary War guy was. But anyway, that is interesting. No, nothing in the goal thing. It's okay. I'm not a grifter. You don't have to be the first one to give a goal or even a last minute donation or anything like that. You don't have to surprise me with a last minute donation or anything like that. That was not necessary to do those last minute donations. What else was I going to say? Get that one there. I think that's enough chit chat there. If you guys want to make sure you hit the subscribe button. I was looking at my thing here and it looks like I'm losing subscriptions. I'm not sure why, but maybe I'm not as entertaining as I used to be. But if you wanted to help me not lose subscriptions, you can hit that subscribe button before you head off to Rattlesnake TV. And tell him I said hi, and that if he needs a haircut, you might suggest a haircut for him. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys all later. You guys want the 30-second countdown or not? I don't know if you do or not. I'll give it to you. That way I can get some time to get over there.